What's up guys, it's Tommy here and finally we can make a Liverpool transfer news video again after all the PGM1 referee drama that has been going on, because various English and Spanish and German newspapers are reporting that Omar Marmoush, who has been absolutely in scintillating form in the Bundesliga and in the Europa League, he wants to join Liverpool. Could be as early as the January transfer window, but definitely next summer. And reports from Germany have provided a huge update on Omar Marmoush's potential transfer to Liverpool. So if you are excited about this news, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here, and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest Liverpool and Premier League news on my channel. So Liverpool have been heavily linked with Omar Marmoush. He's one of the most informed players in the world right now. He scored 14 goals and got 10 assists in 16 games, so 24 goal contributions in 16 games is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, only Salah can match or get close to that, and he has 20 goal contributions at Liverpool. And Marmoush and Salah are the only two players in Europe's top 5 leagues to get at least 10 goals and 10 assists this season. As well as Liverpool, of course, Bayern and Man City have been linked with Marmoush, who is 25 years old, so he's entering the prime years of his career. And one of the biggest newspapers in Germany, the Bild newspaper, reports that Marmoush has decided he wants to join Liverpool and the transfer is being lined up. A fee between 50 and 60 million euros is expected to be enough to price the Frankfurt forward away from Frankfurt and to Liverpool, and that's around 43 to 51 million pounds. And talks have already started, according to the Bild newspapers, between Frankfurt and Liverpool. Other clubs are still very interested in Marmoush, but Liverpool are at the top of his list. And because Liverpool have already talked with Marmoush's agent and they are in the process of starting talks with Frankfurt, Liverpool are the favorites to sign Omar Marmoush at this time. A January transfer is off the table apparently, and Frankfurt are hoping that if they get Champions League football next season, then they can maybe keep Marmoush. However, if their valuation is met, then they would sell him, because Frankfurt, even with Champions League football, are not rich enough to provide proper wages to Marmoush, and also they can't build a team around Marmoush to challenge for the Champions League trophy, while at Liverpool he will already walk into a team who is challenging for the Premier League title, for the Champions League trophy. Of course, currently Jota and Darwin Núñez are rotating at the striker role, and Marmoush could play up front as a striker because he has the pace and he has the dribbling ability, and most importantly, he has the finishing ability to play up front, and that's the one role where Liverpool lacked consistency this season. Jota started the season well, but then he got injured. As always, Jota always gets injured, and Núñez just lacks the consistency to score goals and get assists on a consistent basis at the moment. Last season, Núñez was pretty good, if not great, not world class, but Núñez still had like 31 goal contributions. This season, he's a little bit lower on those metrics. I think he has 2 goals and 2 assists so far, and we are already like 25-30% into the season. So Marmoush will most likely be getting advice from Mo Salah, of course, who has already become one of the best players in the world. And if he does join, he will be hoping to reproduce Salah's career at Anfield. The big question is, will Salah stay or will he leave? But I think if we could sign Marmoush and the transfer could get done early and we could announce it early, then that could be another positive in the column of Liverpool when it comes to contract negotiations with Mo Salah. And here is Omar Marmoush's season. As you can see, 14 goals, 10 assists, so 24 goal contributions in just 16 games. And Frankfurt are absolutely flying. They beat Stuttgart 3-2 away from home, and it was 3-0 until the 85th minute, where Stuttgart got 2 late goals, and they even equalized, but VAR disallowed that goal for offside. And Liverpool fans are absolutely wowed by Marmoush's ability and his goal contributions. He scored another fabulous free kick against Stuttgart after scoring another amazing free kick in the Europa League midweek as well. So Football Insider is also reporting that talks advance to sign the next Mo Salah, as they label Omar Marmoush. And according to the Bild newspaper, Liverpool are already in negotiations over a £50 million deal for Omar Marmoush, and he's really keen to make the move to Liverpool. He really wants to join Liverpool, and I'm thinking almost every Egyptian has a soft spot for Liverpool, even if you are a footballer, because of Mo Salah, because Mo Salah has been playing at Liverpool for such a long time, and he's such a legendary figure, both in Liverpool and in Africa as well, especially in Egypt. I mean, in Egypt, Salah is the most famous person in the country probably right now, and he's the most universally liked sports personality definitely in Egypt. So I'm sure that Marmoush, growing up, he was already following Salah's career, and Salah was already at Liverpool when Marmoush just started his footballing career. So basically, almost the whole way that Marmoush has been a professional footballer, Salah has been at Liverpool, and I'm sure Marmoush has watched a lot of Liverpool games because of this, because of all the Egyptian footballers absolutely idolize Mo Salah and they love him at Liverpool. And here is another article saying that Marmoush named his dream destination, which is Liverpool. So Marmoush is already dreaming about playing for Liverpool. The question is when he wants to take the next step in his career. And according to the Bild newspaper, the winter transfer window is off the limits. Frankfurt want to get into the Champions League because that would be huge for the football club. It would bring in so much money, and they could even sign better players because of that, because of qualifying for the Champions League. But I don't think Marmoush will stay at Frankfurt even if they qualify for the Champions League, because of how much he could earn elsewhere. If he goes to Liverpool, he could pretty much triple his salary, or at least double his salary. I'm not entirely sure what kind of salary he's on at Frankfurt. James Pearce said that there were some reports in Germany that Liverpool had already initiated contact with Marmoush, but I've been told that's not the case. Well, James Pearce also was told that we aren't signing Thiago, and then 2 days later, Liverpool officially announced that Thiago is a Liverpool player. So don't believe everything that you hear from James Pearce, because it would be pretty much not in Liverpool's best interest to have this out in the English media as well, that Liverpool are already talking with Frankfurt, because if we only wanted summer transfer window to start talks this early, a lot of things can go wrong. A lot of other clubs can jump in like sharks and get the deal done, offer Marmoush more money or better terms or things like this. So Liverpool would like to keep it down low key, and we want to keep it cool. We don't want all the negotiations to be played out in the public. James Pearce went on to continue to say, Marmoush is having a brilliant season, but Liverpool have 6 elite attackers: Salah, Diaz, Nunez, Jota, Gakpo and Chiesa, and they would only look to bolster the attacking department if someone left. But that could be the case because Salah still hasn't signed a new contract, and we will keep you guys updated. I will keep you guys updated on Salah's contract situation in the coming days as well, because we have some major developments about that. But I think it's not unthinkable that Diaz will leave maybe, or Jota or Nunez will be sold. I think Chiesa is on an individual training program, and Liverpool is trying to get his fitness up. He's basically having to do a full pre-season after missing pre-season with Juventus. He was training on his own, so that's why you haven't seen Chiesa a lot. But I think Liverpool, even if we keep all of our attackers, Jota is injury prone, Salah, the contract thing is up in the air. But if we keep Salah, and let's say we keep all of our attackers, then I can't see a scenario where Liverpool would sign Marmoush. Then I think we would want to sign a left back. If we keep Trent, Van Dijk and Salah, then I would like Liverpool to sign a left back and a defensive midfielder. So there are plenty of other areas where the team needs strengthening. And I would love Liverpool to sign a defensive midfielder. We could still sign Zubimendi. I will make an update video on him in the next couple of days as well, because there are a lot of interesting rumors flying about on Zubimendi. James Pearce was asked, why did Liverpool sign another goalkeeper instead of just promoting Kelleher when Alisson moves on? And James Pearce says, the question is, when will Alisson leave exactly? He's only 32 years old, and he said after Liverpool agreed the deal with Mamardashvili that he intends to see out the rest of his contract, which is until 2026, plus Liverpool have an option for a further year. There is a scenario where Alisson stays at Liverpool until 2027, and how amazing it would be if we had Mamardashvili and Alisson fighting to get into the number one, to be the number one goalkeeper at Liverpool, because they are both world-class goalkeepers. Of course, Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world, but he's getting injured pretty much every season now. In the last 3 seasons, Alisson always had a major injury, and you really need a very good backup goalkeeper. Because imagine if we didn't have Kelleher, if we didn't have as good a goalkeeper as Kelleher. Alisson is out for a month and a half. You lose 2 or 3 games in the Premier League in that period, and your title challenge is pretty much over, or almost over. So Liverpool definitely was right. They were right to keep Kelleher in the summer. And I think next season, with Mamardashvili coming in, Alisson staying, Liverpool solved their goalkeeping department for many, many years to come in the future. Kelleher will be 26 years old in the summer, and he will only have 1 year left on his contract, and Liverpool will have little option but to sell him. Kelleher wouldn't want to stay and be third choice goalkeeper behind Mamardashvili and Alisson. So I think it's pretty safe to say that Kelleher will leave Liverpool. And we will wish him well. He already won 2 League Cups, playing significant minutes in those competitions, and he also contributed to our Premier League seasons last season and this season as well. And hopefully Liverpool will win another big trophy this season. I won the Premier League, of course, but there could be a Champions League win for Liverpool if our season keeps going well. Succession planning led Liverpool to signing Mamardashvili. They felt he was underpriced at 25 million, and it represented a shrewd long-term investment. And that is the case, because Mamardashvili has been making some amazing saves for a struggling Valencia side in La Liga this season. There must be a chance that Alisson brings forward his departure date, given the persistent interest in him from Saudi clubs. But when you look at how Jaros performed on his first Liverpool start against Brighton recently, the goalkeeping department is in decent shape. And maybe Jaros will stay as a second or third choice goalkeeper, because if Alisson's injury concerns continue, then Jaros could find himself playing as a second choice goalkeeper when Alisson gets another long injury, maybe next season. And then Jaros will be number 2, and maybe he can play in the League Cup if Alisson gets an injury in the first half of the season. Ryan Gravenberch also played almost every minute in big competitions. And what is Liverpool's plan B, James Pearce was asked, if he's unavailable? His ball carrying, press resistance and technical ability are unmatched. Ryan Gravenberch has been one of the players of the season, both in the Premier League and Liverpool. He has been absolutely immense, playing at a world-class level. And James Pearce said, I feared that Liverpool not signing a specialist holding midfielder in August could cost them dearly all season. But Gravenberch has stepped up and improved magnificently. I don't think anyone else in the squad could play the number 6 role like Gravenberch has. He's such an elegant footballer, so composed in possession and tireless without it. Waterrando has deputized for him and in the 2 Carabao Cup ties. But if Arne Slot needed a plan B, he's most likely to go with McAllister and Curtis Jones, playing as the deep-lying duo in midfield with Szoboszlai or Harvey Elliott operating ahead of them. So that's the kind of, second scenario or B scenario if Gravenberch gets injured or if he has to be rotated. But hopefully, so far, thankfully, Liverpool didn't get many injuries in midfield. We had just Harvey Elliott as an injury. Jota and Chiesa hopefully will be back after the international break, and hopefully Trent Alexander-Arnold will be back as well, because we will need a lot of players fit for this crazy schedule that we have. We play Southampton, then Southampton, then Real Madrid, then Manchester City, then Newcastle and Everton away. Those 2 games away and Man City at home, those 3 games, if we could get 6 or 7 points from those 3 games, I think Liverpool are in business in the title race. We are already in business, but we can't, drop too many points, because Man City will be back and Arsenal are still very, very strong, even though they are 9 points behind Liverpool. I think Arsenal will click into gear and they will go on a run of wins. So Liverpool need to do the same. Liverpool need to be at their absolute best in every game if you want to win the title. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.